Laker Nation, you're allowing Bronsexuals to suck the life. Oh, yeah. Go Sports presents on the Daily. Well, how you doing, VIP? Cole Johnson's on the mic on the Daily's on Tap, presented by Cole Sports. And if you haven't done it already, I think you should. Like this video? Come on, like it. And I want to hear what you have to say. Comment below. It could be anything. And don't forget to subscribe to this video and this channel and hit that notification bell so you can get any and all premieres of this content. And if you want this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing, description box below. That's where you can find it. Well, it's Wednesday. I think you sort of got the hint as to what I'm going to talk about, of course. And it is no secret that the NBA is all aflutter because the Lakers are in the finals and they're on the precipice of winning their 17th World Championship trophy, which means that LeBron would be on the precipice of winning his fourth in 10 tries. But that's besides the point. Now, I want to talk about what I am sensing because something within my soul isn't well. And why? I got to discuss this with you right now.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronsexual Confessions.
All right, let's get this all out the way. So LeBron James at game 1 of the NBA Finals, wonderful stats. 25 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists in the 116-98 victory over the Miami Heat, who unfortunately look overmatched. And then LeBron follows it up with a greater game 2 performance of 33 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists in the 124-114 victory. All right, so I stop here and not talk about game 3, which took place Sunday, and game 4, which took place Tuesday, because I just saw something completely disturbing to me. It was great to see that, yes, all of this is wonderful, LeBron. It looks like he's putting it all together, 17th year in the league, blah, 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 right? But before we even saw the confetti, the yellow and purple confetti, drop down to the bubble court after their 4-1 series victory over the Nuggets to claim the Western Conference Championship, the conversation overall spiraled completely out of control. You already know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to lead with something that I think you all know that I say often, especially about this. So I had a conversation with a Bronsexual. And actually I had many conversations with a few Bronsexuals, but this one in particular stood out this week to me, or in the past week. So this Bronsexual conversation I had began with one of them saying that LeBron needs a new nickname after possibly going 4-6 in the finals instead of being 3-6 in them. And I promptly said, if you say that he needs a new nickname, I don't think he needs one, because the nickname was the same before he won this championship as after. Which reminds me, If you want that shirt, that link also will be in the description box below. And I passed that link on to the Bronsexual because that would be his nickname whether he won or lost. It just ain't happening. Oh, but the conversation that really struck the nerve. So LeBron's been in the finals 10 times. Look, that's admirable. Only 3 guys have equaled or surpassed that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 10, Sam Jones with 11. Sam Jones played with the Celtics back in the 60s, and Bill Russell with 12. Impressive to have that many finals appearances, right? Yeah, we'll not hate on you for that. This is the first time in the NBA Finals that LeBron has had a 2-0 series lead. Now, I said to the Bronsexual, okay, that's all well and good, but you know what? That should have happened 9 years ago. And why do I say that? It's very simple. It's very simple why I say that. In 2011, the Heat had, to me, the best team by far in the NBA. They had Chris Bosh as their third option. They had Dwayne Wade supposedly as their second option, but they said that they were confused as if he was going to be the second option or first, or if LeBron was going to be the first or second option. The most talented team in the league, the most stacked team in the league, was heavily favored against a Maverick squad that swept the defending champion Lakers en route to getting there. And they were not as heralded as the Heat were. Well, you all know what happened there. 4-2, Mavs win, and LeBron got outplayed by Jason Terry. One day I will talk in depth about the 2011 NBA Finals as to why LeBron cannot ever be entertained as the greatest player of all time just from those 4 games of that series, of final 4 games of that series alone. But the conversation didn't stop there. So another Bronsexual decided to bring up the fact that, well, we can't win them all. Well, of course we can't win them all. We're human. We're bound to lose things, right? We can't win them all, and you haven't won them all. Yeah, you're right. I haven't won them all. Even Jordan didn't win them all. I mean, he battled 7 years just to get to his first finals. Yeah, true. I wouldn't say otherwise. I've said otherwise. I haven't said otherwise. Yeah. Now notice I didn't mention Jordan, right? The Bronsexual did. And I said to him, look, I know that we don't win them all. Unfortunately, Jordan, when it came to the finals, did win them all, but that's besides the point. I didn't bring that up to him. But I know we didn't win them all, and I know LeBron couldn't either. I mean, just look at 2007. We all knew before tip-off of game 1 of that series, the 2007 NBA Finals against the Spurs, the Cavs didn't stand a chance to even get a game. We all knew that. But I don't hold that against him. But my point is the Lakers are heavily favored in this series, just like the Heat were against the Mavericks 9 years prior. And without even mentioning rings on my end, the Bronsexual said, quote, would his being 9-0 make a difference in his being the GOAT? And I just promptly said, quote, it would bring him closer to that distinction. Yes, it will bring him closer to that destination for sure. However, he wouldn't be. Remember 2007? He wouldn't be 9-0. He'll be 8-1. But even then, he would be closer to that distinction. And rings aren't the only determining factor for me. I mean, if rings were the only greatness barometer, I mean, there'd be a whole lot of Celtics that most of us and most of those Bronsexuals had never heard of that'd be considered a whole lot greater than LeBron. I mentioned one in Sam Jones. I mean, if it was all about rings, then Robert Horry would be considered a greater player than Michael Jordan. Why? Because if You don't know VIP. Michael Jordan went 6 for 6 in the finals. Robert Horry went 7 for 7. Yes, even in Jordan's own era, Jordan didn't win the most rings in his era. That distinction goes to Robert Horry. 7 rings without a loss in the finals. So if rings were the thing, Robert Horry would be a better player than Michael Jordan. Oh, Lord, no.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. The host needs to collect himself for a moment or two. Please stand by. The host simply can't believe how people can be such dolts and idiots. Please stand by. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, come on, Bronsexuals. You got to do better than that. Oh, Lord. Rings? Really? That's the argument that you have? Rings? Hit them with it. No, it's not about rings. It's about what we see as the player. And I keep telling Bronsexual this, but it seems to not register. It has nothing to do with rings. It has everything to do with how the player performs on the court, period. I've said it more than once to more than one Bronsexual. LeBron James, I've seen him play, and I've seen others play. LeBron James is not the greatest of all time because I've seen better. And I don't have to mention Jordan's name to say I have seen better. I've seen better in this year's playoffs other than LeBron James. Should I mention his name? I will. Anthony Davis. The same 2 games that I talked about for LeBron. Davis's line in game 1, 34 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. In game 2, 32 points and 14 rebounds. But does he get the love that LeBron seems to get because he's the all around player, that he's doing these wonderful things at the age of 35, that he's 3 months shy of 36 and he's still playing at a high level? No, they eschew the guy who actually is in his prime, playing better and more consistently than LeBron James has. This last point is directed squarely at you, Lakers fan. I saw a meme, and I wish I was joking when I say this. I saw a meme that a Bronsexual posted which said the following. Quote, LeBron James in winning a championship this year would be the greatest Laker of all time. Close quote. And this is why I say that you have no handle on Bronsexuals, Lakers fan. In your hunger to get that 17th ring, you're letting the most nauseating fan base in all of sports ruin it for the rest of us. The greatest Laker. He ain't even been a Laker 2 years. And he's supposedly the greatest Laker. Get out of here.
In a world where contradiction and hypocrisy exist, lies the truth to set us all free. Here is where we all get enlightened. This has been yet another installment of the Bronsexual Confession. face.
Now, if you're saying, well, Cole, you might be a little too harsh on Lakers fan. I mean, you might be harsh even on Bronsexuals. I want to hear what you have to say about that too. And if you feel that you agree with me, I want to hear that as well. Like this video. Comment below whether you think I should ease up on Bronsexuals or just put pedal to the metal against them. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to get any and all video premieres of Cole Sports on the Daily and Another Thing and any other content that this channel provides. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And VIP, I appreciate you. I'm Cole Johnson, and this has been yet another installment of Cole Sports on the visual and on the daily.